Physical education and health studies.
Oil, music, art, and French.
Thomas Bartlett, I bet we can't guess this one.
Art.
Art. Katie Olmsted for English, Art, Mathematics, History, Geography, French, and Physical Education.
Amy Glanders, History and French.
Hillary Houdevick for Art.
Frank Schmidt, Art and Physical Education.
Don Stickney for French and Music.
Julianne Thomas, Geography and Physical Education.
Stockwell, English, Art, Geography, Music, and French.
Physical education. Amy Robinson, English, Art, Mathematics, History, Geography, Music, Science, and French.
I'd now like to call on our Vice Principal, Mrs. Gilbert, to present the Student Council Recognition Award. Mrs. Gilbert.
Thank you, Mr. Dewey. Before I proceed with the Student Council recognition, I'd like to also, as Mr. Dewey said, pass on a few words to the graduating group. This evening, it has been my pleasure, and I mean that sincerely from the heart, to have gotten to know you over the last 3 years, and the new graduates that have just joined us this past year or so. I have enjoyed getting to know your reading needs in the library and trying to match those, trying to get you to enjoy coming to the library and taking books out. And also, I have to say one last parting word that I want you to remember me by, and I think some of you can already guess what I'm about to say, but I cannot let this evening go by without saying one last time for you, go Wings! And I'm sure they're very happy that it is honestly the last time, especially those Toronto fans that we have amongst us. Being the Student Council Advisor the past 3 years, many of our executive members were former class reps, but it has been a tremendous experience for me. I would like to thank Student Council for the many accomplishments they've achieved during this school year. If there was a cause, we could count on them to respond. School spirit was definitely enhanced by this group and the Student Council. The executive, and not to be forgotten, class representatives, worked collectively and cohesively as a group. They made many contributions to our school that will last forever and won't be forgotten. I would like to invite you to join with me in honoring this year's Student Council Executive. Suli Thomas, our Prime Minister, Katie Olmsted, our Deputy Prime Minister, Andy Anthony, who had the big responsibility of organizing all the events for us this year, Sandra Tavares, who did an excellent job not only recording our meetings and the minutes, but also on making sure that newspaper coverage was given to us when we felt we needed it. And also, finally, Amy Robinson, who had the big task of making sure that ice cream money at noon, chip money, and all the other money that we collected and had to delegate and show was balanced at the end. I've thoroughly enjoyed being your staff advisor and getting to know you. So can I please have Suli Thomas come up and accept the award on behalf of the Student Council. Thank you, Suli.
improved student award to an individual who has shown himself to be a self-motivated person and one who has set personal goals to do his best and to make grade 8 a successful and rewarding year. This person always came to my class prepared to learn, and his other teachers have indicated the same. So it is with great pleasure that I present the Most Improved Student Award to Brad Brockman.
Congratulations, Brad.
You people are a special bunch to me. You are my very last group of grade 7s that I taught in my teaching career. And I taught grade 7 for many years. Granted, I only had some of you for only half a year. But I wish you the very best in all your endeavors. The Citizenship Award is presented each year to a student who contributes to school spirit by being an active participant in all areas of school life. This student always puts forth his or her best effort, encourages others to do their best, displays respect for adults and for their peers, displays good sportsmanship in any sports in which they partake, does willingly lend a hand for anything that needs to be done around the school. Someone that you would like to have as a true friend. Every year, it's difficult to select one student because there are many of you who are deserving of this award. Many of you are very good citizens. This year's recipient of the Citizenship Award is Krista Stockwell.
Did you win any awards that year? Not me. Well, we took our male and female athlete award of the year. What is it? Male and female athlete of the year award. Yes, and we changed it, thank goodness, because I've never been able to say it properly. What we've called it this year is an Athletic Excellence Award. You'll notice, if you were counting, I have 5 of them in front of me. I suppose there could be a case made that I might have 10 or 12 of them in front of me. This group of students is well represented in the athletic domain. The tough part is, when you think about what goes into being an outstanding athlete, think about all the qualities that are involved in that. I have endured a bit of a long winter of Red Wing mania. But nonetheless, I think that for those of you who follow hockey and follow the Wings, their captain, Steve Yzerman, embodies athletic excellence. And it's more than simply being an accomplished player in your chosen field. It has to do with the additional qualities of leadership, and sportsmanship, and dedication, self-improvement, support of your teammates. You can see it covers a whole range of qualities. We felt this year that we would like to recognize 5 of our students who have had athletic success in a number of sports, who have been leaders years on the teams in which they have played, who have represented what we think is best about student athletes at Wheaton Public School. And I would like to call them up as a group to stand before you to receive their plaques. They are Andy Anthony, Katie Olmstead, Frank Schmidt, Krista Stockwell, and Mark Epler.
The categories: academics, at least 1 point must be achieved in this area. Sports, which involves school teams or intramural sports. Arts and technology, which encompasses yearbook committees, public speaking, and young authors. And finally, citizenship. That is the lunch monitors that we depend on so much in the primary division, office monitors that we truly depend on, and finally, student council. The students must achieve points in 3 of the 4 categories, including the academics. I'm very proud, and it's with my pleasure, that I have 11 school letters to give out today. I would like to read out the winners, people that have achieved the points, and then ask you to all come up for a team picture or group picture. Andy Anthony, Matt Anthony, Hillary Habadvik, Beth Olmstead, that's it, Katie Olmstead, Krista Stockwell, David Farrington, Amy Robinson, Sandra Tavares, Suli Thomas, and finally, last but not least, Thomas Barber.
Congratulate all the grade 8 students that have graduated tonight. On behalf of the Wheatley Area Public School Council, I am here to award 2 students with the Home and School Award. The motto of this award is caring, sharing, and growing together. Students care by practicing environmental awareness, being supportive of others, being courteous and compassionate, having a pleasant disposition, and being an enthusiastic volunteer, even for the not-so-popular jobs. These students share their positive attitude and are congenial with everyone. They grow by striving to achieve their personal best and need not be a top scholar or athlete. They are involved in school activities and take pride in their personal accomplishments in school and within the community. At this time, I would like to call upon Cindy Coyle and David Ross to come forward and accept their awards.
chair of our school council as well. And we do appreciate the many hours that she has put in on their behalf. Once again, I would like to call upon the principal, Mr. David Dewey, who will now present the proficiency award.
Proficiency, of course, represents doing one's very best, and it can apply to any field of endeavor. Our proficiency awards are academic in nature. There are two of them to present tonight. I suppose traditionally we see one student receive a proficiency award, but what I hope we're moving toward is a recognition of not individual competition, but achievement by individuals, so that there isn't only the best, there is a group of the best. Those who have met the standards, exceeded the standards, can be proud of what they've accomplished. It so happens that tonight we are going to recognize one representative from each class. We didn't do that on purpose. It's just the way that it worked out. These two students have had outstanding grades all year long. I suppose that in one way symbolizes they have been gifted with intellectual ability, but that alone isn't enough. It takes consistent application of energy and attention to achieve what these two have achieved. I would like to ask Amy Robinson and Katie Olmstead to come forward.
Congratulations.
I wish you well, my friends. Now it's time for us to part. We'll keep the times we shared together deep within our hearts. I wish you well, my friends, as we go on.
honors. Sue Thomas graduates with honors.
Brad Brockman with honors. Honors. Jason Lamb. Scott Moore. Beth Olmsted with honors. Katie Olmsted with honors. David Ross. Abe Schmidt. Don Stickney with honors. Krista Stockwell with honors. Jeff Wensler.
Good evening. Do you remember your first day of school? Everyone looked so big. Learning to tie your shoes, counting to 100, and saying your ABCs seemed like such hard work. The primary years were a lot of fun, visiting the Detroit Zoo and the Agriculture Center twice. As we played in the sandbox and read stories, we learned how to tie our shoes and tell time. Looking up at the grade 8s, they seemed like giants. Grade 4 was the beginning of our athletic years. We tried out for the school teams and had a fun time at the Pines. Mr. Dewey was a great teacher. He taught us about self-respect and believing in ourselves, values that have kept us going through the years.
Too bad he left us, but now he's back. Mr. B and Mrs. McCrow were grade 5 teachers. They always kept us laughing with not so funny jokes.
Grade 6 was a blast. We had a good time at the wheels and fun in VIP class. We also learned that year how to handle a lot of homework. Thanks, Mrs. Getty.
Mrs. Daviant and Mrs. Church were cool grade 7 teachers. They were always there when we needed her, and they knew how to have fun too.
Over the years, we've had a lot of great teachers.
In music, we learned Do Re Mi thanks to Mrs. McLean, and in gym, how to play a lot of important games. Cookie Monster, Duck Duck Goose, and What Time Is It, Mr. Wolf definitely taught us athletic skills.
Our principal, Mr. Dewey, and vice principal, Mrs. Gilbert, along with our secretary, Mrs. Anthony, have done everything to make our school the place that it is.
Merci, Madame Black, pour nous enseigner le français.
C'était nous aider dans l'école secondaire. Nous savons que nous n'avons pas été la meilleure classe, mais nous avons appris beaucoup.
Nous savons que vous nous manquerez. Merci.
We're finally here. Grade 8 has been quite a year. Bowling was awesome and our teachers were good.
After the ruling the school in grade 8, we will once again become little ones as minor niners. We would like to thank Mr. Keeler and Mrs. Abbott for getting us ready for the next step in life.
We'll always look back on what a great time we had at WAPS.
We would now like to call up the Student Council and Mrs. Gilbert. Council and the grade 8 class of 98, we would like to present WAPS with this check for $250. The donation will be used for the repainting of the athletic figures on the gym walls.
Just like the morning exercises when I'm trying to figure out how to turn it on when someone's turned it on. Thanks for your patience once again.
Joni? Yeah? There you go.